listening knows, there's odd things that go down in this city. Things that go bump in the night. People going missing without a trace, and dark magics. But I gotta say, when things get hairy, I'm really glad we got them.
The lights that shine in darkness aren't always visible under the sun. Beware the tales told by the fire's keepers. Those who control the light often hide their own shadows.
Hey, close the door, close the door, close the door.
Yeah, I just want this in.
Eons ago, the Earth used to be green, holding all of mankind's accomplishments and his hopes for the future. But then it happened, the reckoning that left us living on a smoldering, desiccated husk of what was once a green, verdant world. And those that had destroyed it tried to claim that they were the ones who saved us, slaying all that was in their way. But you know the truth. There is no saving mankind. There is only getting its revenge.
Now everybody out there listening knows there's odd things that go down in this city. Things that go bump in the night. People going missing without a trace, and dark magics. But I gotta say, when things get hairy, I'm really glad we got them.
I watched too much Blue's Clues.
That was Smurfs.
That's how we get sued.
You smurfed.
I did smurf. I did smurf.
Smurfing.
Smurfing.
Smurfity smurf.
But hey,
What the Smurf just smurfed all over
but
the Smurfs?
Smurfs over the snorkels.
Just as
remember
Smurf and
that.
disgusting. The Smurf
What the
is in my
Smurf is that?
Smurf.
God.
Can't believe you smurfed this Smurf.
You have to give a warning before you Smurf.
That you had Smurf on his Smurf. Oh my God! What Smurficity did you do?
If you smurf on the Smurf, then the Smurf gets sticky.
I've been back all of 24 hours and I've already lost control.
Last one. There's only like 2 female Smurfs. One's a kid. So there's a lot of symmetrical Smurfing.
This is true.
This is true.
That's just science.
That's just science,
Also,
y'all.
does anyone know Papa Smurf's real name?
No.
Vladimir Lenin. He's a ready. He wears red. He's a commie.
Anyway.
Oh my God, this went all kinds of places.
No money is ever exchanged amongst the Smurfs. They all do their jobs. They're all equal, except Papa Smurf is more equal than other
You know
Smurfs.
what? You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Okay, alrighty then. Hi, folks. Welcome to Tears of Kairos, Smurf.
I can't smurf and get off this yet. Does that mean that the bad guy is actually America? Because he's trying to stop the communism?
No,
all
it's
the time?
still Gargamel because Gargamel
I'm stuck. I'm mentally stuck. I'm sorry.
Okay, fun fact. Gargamel actually invented an artificial heart. The voice actor for Gargamel invented an artificial
Oh, okay.
heart.
I was like, I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, that's why he needed the Smurfs. Is he
Yes.
needed them to melt down because they're made out of plastic so he could make the different... I'm gonna stop.
We're stopping. And
All right.
game.
Oh my God.
So hi, I'm Neysa does cosplay, and we're not actually smurfing anything here.
Oh, I need Tal'gor sheet.
Well, this one's gonna Smurf, everybody.
In any case, welcome back to Tears of Kairos after a couple of weeks hiatus for vacation and associated other brain resets. Apparently it didn't take, so we'll see how this goes. But we're gonna do a quick around the table, just kind of get everybody caught back up. I'll let y'all go ahead and do it this time instead of me running over your fans.
Go ahead, stop.
I am Miro or Hewitt. I will be playing Fil'verl Ettin, the Sorlock Astral Smurf.
It's fair, because it's bluish.
Don't die.
Sorry. My name is Jed. I'll be playing Arten Dawnwatcher, the Leonin fighter. Yeah, I had no funny things to smurf and say on that.
He's Battle Smurf.
I will be playing.
Multiple things.
I will be playing multiple things. That I will be playing Nate's character Tal'gor, that the lizard folk barbarian.
Puppet.
We got Puppet Tal'gor instead.
Puppet
and that,
Tal'gor.
Oh,
that I will be playing Zhonya Embersong, the chronologist time wizard, fire genasi, and then that her lovely doggo Zarina.
And we're looking for that triple nat 20 again.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I can feel it.
When Mr. Brown's not here, the puppet fills in. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It is entirely great. So.
Okay, I gotta clip myself being gross because I just scooped salsa off my jean leg.
Gross.
Gross. And we lost a viewer now.
Oh
5-second rule plus, these are my jeans.
no! We smurfed too hard and lost a viewer. Okay.
Isn't that usually when you lose viewers in that type of video when the Smurf too hard?
Oh my God.
I thought that's when you gained viewers. I don't know how to make viewers.
All right, DM.
I make babies, not viewers. That's what I do.
Oh my God. So we're gonna do a quick recap. Make sure that your DM's not forgetting anything that happened 2.5 weeks ago. When we started the last session, you all were heading south in the wilderness, following a little used road after leaving Stone Scar. Most of the residents of Stone Scar were also fleeing. Some of them were heading north to Seabrith. Others had headed south ahead of you all. But pretty much the town was evacuating. It seemed like they were figuring they couldn't hold their position anymore. With all of the knowledge that you had garnered on your visit to the monastery with the scholar monks, the knowledge that the sun god Phinos is apparently creating these altars / extra entities that are forged from his essence joined with fallen stars, and that his priests are probably doing some bad-ish, and maybe the military presence of this country is not doing its job well enough because they don't know that the priests that back them are doing bad shit. There's just a lot of stuff going on surrounding stuff happening in the shadows, for lack of a better term. But you all decided to head south. You'd been given a few hints that there were some things that way that you might need to see. You caught the trail of what appeared to be a traveler's camp that looked like they had some inter-party fighting and then gone off fighting deeper into the forest, and you all followed the trail. Came upon a large sprawling battlefield at the base of like the last mountain in the mountain range. The mountain having a enormous dragon skull fossilized kind of under its feet. And picking your way around the envy sprite spirit mounds of the dead from this long lost battlefield, you made your way toward the skull. Phil was pretty sure that that's where y'all needed to go. Y'all encountered the Sphinx, the vulture-headed Sphinx that lived there. She offered y'all a game of...
She kicked our ass.
She offered y'all a game of riddles. Y'all actually did pretty good on the riddles. And
it gained us nothing. She still kicked our ass.
Still kicked our ass.
Welcome to Cats and Birds. They play games and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there was some pretty epic happenings during y'all's fight with the Sphinx.
Tal'gor rode a Sphinx.
Tal'gor rode the fear turkey.
Tal'gor did. And then Tal'gor fell. And in order to keep Tal'gor from dying, Phil asked his patron, Shelley, if she would assist. And she said, sure.
I owe a favor.
And more favors shall be had. And then y'all basically escaped into the dragon's mouth and down the tunnel that was its... What's
Vote
up?
Team Longbow.
We saw that.
Okay. I added to, I'm sorry, ADD kicked in, added to the slides at the bottom.
But yeah, y'all managed to basically delve under the mountain, found the end of the line, and it ended up below the nest. Officially and for the first time, you were in the, for lack of a better term, the prison and resting place of the fallen god Kairos. You spoke with Kairos a little bit. The gem that Arten had been carrying apparently was a piece of Kairos' heart and has been restored, and you have been given the means to maybe find the remaining 5 pieces.
I got a compass.
Yeah, it's over there in front of our wizard.
Yeah.
In the aftermath, you were given a choice. Kairos said that he could send you to, essentially could give you a direct access to one of his children, and it was your choice, and you chose the one who listens. You close your eyes and open them again, and you're in a large cave with a flowing stream kind of heading off to your right and like delving under the wall there. Seems like it probably goes out of the mountain that you're in at some point. There are also there are 6 what appear to be mist-filled doorways in this cavern space. There's also a skylight overhead that is made by what appears to be an enormous star turquoise. And in the stream, kind of in the pool, the spring source of it, there is a blue and teal-colored, finned and frilled dragon. That, if you would like, but this shouldn't be a spooky situation where we would need that. So, but if you would like,
I've just never actually been able to put the dragon out on the table.
Put the dragon on the table then. But yes, in any case, so we are going to pick up directly in the cave. You all are face to face with what you're given to understand is Loifa. And all you know of her, if I'm not mistaken, from before, from all your different points of gathering knowledge up to this point, is that she's a goddess who listens, and she is essentially the patron goddess of the traveling historians and orators of this land. Let me grab my goddess space here. Anything else we need to cover before we jump around?
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna put this in the sink, and I gotta check on the tower.
Okay.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the information on your compass.
Okay.
Just mechanically, so that you've got it as the player for later.
There it is. Go ahead.
Okay. So the compass will point to any of the shards of Kairos' heart that are on the same plane as you. It will require a a wisdom check from you, like a willpower check kind of thing. While you're focusing on one of the other, like the names of the gods that these shards should be for, to determine which shard it is you're looking for. Otherwise, you're only getting kind of general directionals, but as you get closer to it, and you can kind of, you'll basically attune to the compass a little more, and you'll be able to kind of pinpoint it a little further so that you can actually track it even if it goes across planes, once you have one locked in. Kind of.
Give me a second. He needs a snack. Y'all can. Phil's probably not going to say anything right at first because that's a whole ass dragon.
Okay.
A whole other dragon.
It's not a half-ass dragon.
It's a whole ass dragon.
Those half-ass dragons are called drakes. They're not real dragons, they're half-assed.
Right.
This is wyvern.
That's half legs.
Dragon math.
Half legs.
Dragon math is hard. Anyway.
So, trying to focus here.
I guess
Yeah,
you want to do the
that's
honors?
a whole dragon. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got another one.
I
is
assume
it
there are
me?
questions.
Yes, there are questions.
I've got a few.
Got a few?
Got a few.
Alright, you can go first.
Great goddess Loifa, right?
Yes.
Great goddess Loifa. Your father sent us here because he said that you were the one that would listen.
I listen.
I beg that you hear our plea. Your brother, Phinos, he has plagued this land with shadows, and your people, the people of this land, are crying out for help. They are being mutilated every night. The only way that we have found that could fix this, that could solve this problem, would be to put your father's heart back together. Your father has granted us with a compass that can help us, give us direction. We come here I have a few things to ask. But the first is to help us have the strength. Can you grant us that?
Strength of arm? Of will? What do you see?
The answer to that is yes.
The answer to that is yes. The strength of everything. Will, of wit, of arm.
Are we reaching?
Oh, we are yet, but we're just 4
We are just
mercenaries, travelers. We're hired to protect people from other people. Sometimes beasts, but never gods.
And shadows.
Gods. They almost bested us more than once.
You carry with you a means of finding what you see. You also carry a connection to the one you seek to overthrow.
If you all remember,
Look at me.
I was trying
Yeah,
to
That's not like Zorrina.
Tal'gor's napping on the couch.
Yeah.
this is kind of why it's kind of hard that Nate is missing tonight. But
But Tal'gor's just gonna go like,
I got you.
And Zor-
I got you.
alright. Then, Tal'gor, I think that Miss Loetha is
He pulls out the-
referring to your stone.
Pulls out his little stone and goes,
That, yes.
Like that you do know that there are other gods, Tal'gor.
Look, it's his. If great knowing worm. If we keep it in a bag of holding, will it's like listening into us? If it's in the bag of holding, is it good?
The god does not listen as well as some. He seeks to draw those to him.
I mean,
So
go on.
that stone's gonna like magnetize Tal'gor to the fighter god?
I mean
The
that.
longer you hold it, the more opportunity
It's
my
holding it.
brother has to draw you into his machinations.
throws it on the ground. Drop it.
Hold on, I'm going to text Nate.
okay. So basically, the question right now is Nate going? Is Tal'gor going to keep the fiery gem or not? Because if he does, Phinos might be taking more notice of him and attempting to spin him into a web, basically.
Thank you, autocorrect, for making that into something terrible.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, can we retroact whatever he...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is what it autocorrected to. The ruby is a rainy for Phinos. And for Phinos is one word, and it decided that's what I was going to send Nate because my fingers are dumb and don't like touchscreens.
Is a what?
It turned whatever row, and then it. So I type in boon or a bane, and it turns it into phone.
Wow.
Wow.
Look, if I type duck, it says fuck. So, sorry, give me a second.
That needs to be clipped.
The important things in life.
That phone knows what's up. That phone fucks.
I hope not. It's in my pocket all day. I don't want to. I hate you. I hate you.
You love me.
This is how pagers get made.
Always vibrating.
I'd hit you, but we're on Twitch.
While we're waiting official player decisions
Right.
here, Would somebody roll me a d6? I'm trying to make decisions over here.
6.
Okie dokie.
You're a good D6. I hope. I have another one.
Yeah. I sent him a message, keep or toss the stone, and...
Yep. Alright. So, we'll kind of let Tal'gor be thinking on that in the meantime.
The plague that your brother has sent upon this land.
It was not his intent.
I hear. But the people, your people, are being slaughtered. That every night these shadows grow stronger. Right now your people are fleeing their own lives. And they're... Okay.
Pass this over to our DM. Make sure to touch the screen just so.
Is it like...
We're gonna have to find a cow now.
Apparently.
Is this how we get flame broiled beef?
So now we get flame will breathe.
Oh no, Neysa's gonna send them a message back on my phone.
Hey, this is Hewitt. Definitely not Neysa.
Holla, 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 holla.
That the typing and stuff is different and be like, oh wait, it's somebody else.
No, everybody else can figure. If you get a text message that is properly worded, the sentence is structured right, it did not come from me, and everybody knows it, and I hate that.
It's not auto-corrected consistently to the things that I didn't mean to say. Well, that was not me.
I can't type shoot in my phone without it turning it to shit either, but that's also because the number of times I've typed bullshit into my phone.
Oh my. There's...
Jesus.
Throw it on the ground.
That's not my dad. That's a cell phone.
So,
Thank you.
as you're continuing to plead with Loetha, Tal'gor is going to like kind of attempt to yeet the stone.
Mm-hmm.
It will be caught in midair and kind of float over
Oh, telekinetically.
before Loetha's self, and she will reach up with her claws and pluck it and dip it in the water, in the stream.
No.
And when she pulls it back up, it's now it almost looks like it's made of the water of the stream. And it will float back over to Tal'gor.
Well, you're gonna
Has a blue rock
thrown
now.
away because I'm taking notes.
And she will say, "Make it better than he would have it be."
Wasn't that the point? Or is she talking about the stone or everything?
She's maybe both.
Everything.
Everything.
You speak of pain and fear and death as if they are widespread, eternal things. But you have seen only a small portion of our land. I do not doubt the danger those in the north and east are in. But that is because of the secrets harbored in the mountains. My people here are safe.
Your people?
Where are we?
Alright, I thought she was going to point at me.
No, you just talk.
It's creepy, I'm sorry.
Just spit it out.
She did the head tilt thing. I feel like I'm going to be a snack.
Say-
I am a snack, but not in the...
Say the words.
Alright, damn. When you say what's in the mountain, do you mean what is being kept there by the learned ones such as the knowledge they have in their books, or is there something else hidden out there that we didn't see when we went? It's like they're a whole ass volcano full of evil.
You know of what I speak, but you cannot speak of it.
She's smart. Okay.
She's...
Now I don't have to figure out a way to talk around it. She knows.
Okay.
You cannot speak of it.
No, but that's what's drawing everything there is. But I have...
It is an imbalance. It is something that should not be.
Aye, and to our understanding, your brother made it and shouldn't be.
This is correct.
He's basically making chargeable batteries.
This is correct.
So, I've got a couple questions, some of which that do pertain to our situation. But the first one I have is, are all the gods dragons?
This is the form that our parents took, and therefore we are.
Yes. Okay. So, like, if we see any other dragon, is it safe to assume it's one of you?
No.
Okay, that makes this more difficult in case... Well, I guess it doesn't. Now we don't gotta wonder if it's always a god. It just could be 50% a god. Chance.
Were you planning on just running around attacking dragons?
Fushroda.
What spell is that?
I don't know.
I mean, it just sounds like an overused, underleveled spell.
I thought it was... I'll be honest, I thought it was a mouthwash. Because it seems like if you say that there's some hot breath coming out, like there's just a lot of mint, and it repels people from you.
Who invented mouthwash? What is mouthwash?
We're learning things about Zhonya. She doesn't know about dental hygiene.
Maybe she forgot. She forgot everything else. Maybe she forgot. Okay.
I'll introduce you to it later. I can kind of make it.
Alcohol. Alcohol is your thing.
Some of it, but no, I'm mostly glasswork. In any case, second thing, and I need your honest opinion here, because I'm having some reservations, even though we've kind of already agreed and have a magical compass. Is waking up your dad and opening the door gonna cause an issue that destroys part of the world?
No.
Oh, thank the gods, that one. Like, I've been worried about that, like we were going to stop one apocalypse by causing another apocalypse, and I feel like there'd be a third one in there for no reason, but it was a worry because...
The binding that we imposed on him consolidated what he was. When he is released, he will no longer be so tightly wound.
Right, so the other question I have is because the way you said that, you are not opposed to us moving forward with this?
If this is the path you take, neither I nor my brothers Fil'verl or Kairos, nor my sisters Mina and Pina will stand against you.
DM, repeat those names, please.
So, Loifa is saying that Fil'verl, Kairos, Mina, and Pina, all of basically the 5 other kids, will not stand in your way.
They totes cool.
So, you won't stop us, which is actually technically helping us because you're not actively stopping us.
We cannot do what you can do because you are not being watched in the same way we are.
Helicopter parents.
Not parents.
No, not parents.
Oh, brother.
Brother.
All right.
Remember, the father, he said that no one else would be able to stand up to the brother. That That Finos was too powerful for anyone or all five of them.
When my mother decided our consort should be bound for his crime, she gave to the oldest child, my brother, the power to do so. She made him more than he was. She gave him that potential. It made him more.
It's her fault.
Alright, I have one more question, but everybody else should ask theirs first, because I got a feeling it could go south. So.
Alright, I would go. How do we restore our friend's voice? Because that I gave up part of my life trying to, well, I actually rewound time, but that's not really important at the moment. I had basically sacrificed myself so he can live, but he has this one ailment. He cannot speak.
I can restore his voice.
Okay.
However,
I knew there was a but. Knew it.
Well, he's not here.
Right.
Nate's not here right now.
I
So
know.
I'm trying not to do too many big character things when the player's
Right.
not here for the character
And
things.
I know. I felt it.
Hey,
felt,
Nate, you can talk.
I felt the button coming. I was like, Nate, you can
felt
talk, but you're a Scottish girl.
Oh God.
You gotta deal with it.
there will be elements that must be gathered.
Okay.
And I cannot do this when my brother might be watching.
Understandable.
I will prepare what needs prepared.
Alright, thank you. Hello.
There's a manticore.
He's
Manticore.
watching Onward.
Ah.
What is it, buddy?
More blueberries?
More goldfish.
Ah.
Oh. Alright, thank you.
I will prepare what needs prepared, and I will summon him.
Okay.
Summon you when it is time.
Alright. On that note of time, when will I've basically been feeling more and more like myself, so the more and more I travel, I feel like my own destiny might be changing soon. So, will I still keep elements of my former life, or what?
You are who you have always been. That will never change.
Alright. So, where are we exactly?
In my home.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, I love the answer. It's like, where are we?
My house.
I love Faye type answers like that. Not lying.
Not lying. Well, I think that we got most of our answers given to us, so...
What was the name? What was the name of the god that the priest?
Gynos.
Kairos. The priests that were traveling from the town we stayed in, that were protecting the townsfolk as they traveled away from the mountains.
They were going to Finos Fade in the south.
They were going to Finos Fade in the south?
Yes.
Thought they
No,
were going,
I had
Well,
thought that they were going
no.
to Seabreath.
they were going to
Seabreath.
Seabreath.
Okay.
They were heading to Seabreath. They followed
No,
Finos.
from that you mean that that you mean that the ones at the storm house that they
Yes, that
no
one.
that
With all
is
the kids.
no that you know that is Duelos.
Stuelos.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I got all confused. All these gods are new to me.
I've had a whole lot of cities names thrown at me, and yeah, it's kind of confusing.
I just wanted to somehow ask for protection for the families that are traveling. But they're not
hold
your
no power
people.
there,
I know.
but my brothers are watching over them.
The Wright brothers?
Yeah, they fly by.
Hmm?
You said the right.
No.
No.
No. I did, but no.
I did, but I did not acknowledge it. Anyway. But yes, that storm god is taking care of them. And then that basically Kairos, the knowledge one of that we cannot say, then that I think that we've got most of our answers. If that Fil'verl has anything else.
I do. I would like to do it in private, though.
What do you mean by private?
Where are we supposed to go? We were teleported here. I don't even know where the exit would be.
That's true, yeah.
You want me to shove my head in the water until you're done?
Would you?
No!
Shit. Fine. Just don't pay attention.
I'm all ears.
No, you're mostly mane and muscle. What?
I'm not disagreeing.
Before we came, I did something, and I am currently very indebted for doing such. And just looking around the room, does this look like, is there like a dragon's hoard, or is she just like in a very austere?
This dragon don't hoard.
Okay.
Hoards knowledge, stories.
Yeah. There we go. Also, there's
Tales.
another room that just has Funko Pops. But we don't get to see that room. We don't know her well enough yet.
All inboxed and autographed.
By Lord Admiral Jared Funko.
Just floor to ceiling, wall to wall. Just, yeah. Alright, go. Continue.
Go.
Could you please, with all your knowledge, inform me where I could find an amethyst of decent quality near here, so I can use that to pay back what I owe for what I did?
Trying not to pry.
Or a sapphire of said quality as well.
Your god just likes rocks.
Speak to the collector.
Someone happened to Marley! They got fish. Man, Marley!
There's drama happening, and it's not our drama.
Nah, having a Marley.
Yeah, it happened tomorrow.
Were you not paying attention?
I got too many things going on in here.
Might I ask, who is the collector?
An eccentric who lives among my people.
Sounds interesting.
Alright, and then the other one, and I have to ask this, and I please do not mean to be super disrespectful with this, but why is your brother such a posterior? I didn't curse.
You could have. She's heard worse.
It shows
I
growth.
know, but I'm trying to be
It shows
proper.
growth.
Heavy burdens placed on young minds tend to cause dramatic changes in who they might have been. My brother was tasked with destroying part of what made him. He
Alright.
fears. He fears karma. He fears consequences. He fears the possibilities.
I mean,
It is not an excuse. He should know better by now. But we were young.
We all do dumb stuff when we're young.
yeah.
I...
Yeah.
Sorry, just-
Wasn't ready. It sounded more like a wet burp than anything. I was like, what just happened over there? I was like, oh,
That
yeah,
was
Tal'gor.
Tal'gor.
It was Tal'gor.
Good God.
just, everyone's sitting like, it's a very somber moment, and I was like,
Christ, I thought you
Subtitle
hopped
is-
something up, man.
yes, this is very wise. These words are well understood by all of us, eloquent one.
It's one gargling burp sound, and it's a whole...
It's a valedictorian speech.
Yeah, it's everything.
He used the whole thesaurus.
Everything.
A kind of behind you all, you hear the sound of stone grating against stone. Turning around, you see a narrow doorway has opened up in the wall of this chamber. Standing in the doorway is a halfling-sized individual who, from the waist down, walks on cat's legs, but from the waist up appears to be a normal human individual with heterochromatic eyes.
What color are those eyes?
Black and a bright blue.
Wings?
David Bowie.
Okay. Can I ask?
Ask what?
If it had wings, I have to ask.
No wings.
It's part of the group.
And Loifa says,
My mouthpiece will see you to my people. Rest, recover yourselves, and when you are ready to follow the compass, I can send you where you need to go.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank
Be
you.
welcome among my people.
and the mouthpiece appears to be waiting for you all.
All right.
We'll just give a bow deference and
Bow.
go to the little Garfield person.
They don't. This individual does not speak. Merely gestures, and you see a set of steep stairs, single file width down the mountain. There are small, light well gems kind of placed every so often, so you're not going down blind. But basically, you all enter the stairwell, go down the way, and eventually you'll emerge from a door. And it's kind of under your papers at the moment. But basically, you'll be emerging from a cliff of dark gray stone, and you're facing an open space. The entire, so the ground is it's dusty. It almost feels like a high plains situation. The grass is very sparse, and it's about.
I was gonna say like loess and kind of just packed soil.
The stream has turned into a river, and it's kind of flowing out from the mountain. Seems like it drops a waterfall somewhere in the mountain and actually is now streaming away. You're looking at a box canyon valley. The mountain wall behind you kind of curves around beside. You can see there's another mountain on the opposite side of the river. You're looking at... You seen Game of Thrones? You're looking at Dothraki camp. There's tents. Not actual permanent dwellings, but tents. Spreading away, filling both sides of this canyon along the river. There is a single bridge that goes over the river. And looking farther down along your side, it seems like there is a tent that is slightly larger than the others. That's the one that's got a P there. On the other side, there is it looks to be something like a 2 to 3 story tent. And just like is lumpy and like has lots of things going on, and that's this tent over here that says COLL.
I think that's where I need to go because it looks like there's some weird shit in there.
If I collected things, I'd probably need a lot of space.
The mouthpiece comes around you all. You look back. There's no sign that the door was ever there.
That tracks.
And the collector kind of gestures for you to follow. Still isn't saying anything. Sorry, the mouthpiece is gesturing for you all to follow.
Follow.
Leads you. Yes.
I'm just gonna raise Phil's gonna raise his hand for the mouthpiece. Do we all need to be quiet too? Like, is there like a silence thing? I'm not trying to be rude.
I don't know if that's a sarcastic stare or an answer.
Like, if there's supposed to be a vow of silence here, I feel like we don't need to be making a lot of noise.
Did you take the vow?
You can all either insight or perception. Perception to kind of gauge what's happening in the rest of the game. Insight to see what's going on with the mouthpiece.
Perception.
20.
15.
9.
Tal'gor got a natural 20. Zhonya
Of course. Tal'gor
got
gets
a 14.
He
What
reads.
was Tal'gor rolling for? Insight or perception?
He was rolling for perception.
Okay. And what was Zhonya rolling for?
She was rolling for perception as well.
So was anybody rolling?
What, buddy?
Was anybody doing insight on the mouthpiece?
I was doing perception. Sorry.
The rest of the camp, you can hear voices. Like there's people talking through different places in the rest of the camp. So it's maybe more. I'll just allow this. It may be that this individual doesn't speak your language, or isn't able to return conversation in the same way. In any case, after you all kind of fall silent, they gesture again and lead you through the tents. And as you're being led through the camp, you see every individual here is a Centauran of some type. Now, you remember those 3 that you saw fighting on the Lost Battlefield over things? There was a cat-bodied, and there was a lizard-bodied, and there was just a normal horse-bodied. You see a lot more of all different shapes and sizes scattered throughout this camp. You see even 1 or 2 more that only have the 2 lower front legs, like the mouthpiece. More of a satyr type of situation, but still either horse, cat, or lizard framed. The mouthpiece leads you to the larger tent, and it's set up with an open front situation. There are a couple of guards there, both cat-bodied, that are wielding long pole arms with a bunch of different heraldry, most of it in some form of silver or like a light gray color. Inside the tent, lounging kind of on like a modified chase situation, kind of really low to the ground, is another cat-bodied Centauran individual. Hair is a very long, kind of almond color. One eye is a really dazzling, like, gray, and the other is kind of a hazel color. They're wearing a, like, kind of a wrap outfit situation. There's lots of silver bells kind of beaded over the whole thing. There's also what appears to be, in another circumstance, you'd say it's almost like a saddle blanket kind of draped over their lower back. And it also has silver bells lining the fringe. This individual waves you all into the tent and speaks to the mouthpiece in a dialect you don't understand. There's not really any elements of it that are familiar. Now, I don't remember if anybody has like a comprehend languages thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a different group.
That's a different group.
Thought about taking that invocation though.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't understand any of it, but eventually the mouthpiece turns and walks back past you all. And this silver-belled individual says, "Welcome, strangers. I am Prince Kalia, and welcome to Korra's Hold." Everything okay?
My child was scratching his butt on stream. And
Oh no!
I just looked up, and through the doorway there was just a Vincent butt being scratched.
Tomorrow?
Did I summon? No. Be careful.
You summoned the Vincent.
What's up? You got water in there. Go drink the water.
Like,
Cheering.
anyway, so this individual introduces themselves as Prince Kalia, and welcomed you to Korra's Hold. The mouthpiece informs me that you all are here under the protection of the goddess. We will prepare a tent for you all to stay in. This is unexpected, but not unwelcome. It's been quite a while since we've had any beloved of Loetha with us. So, is there anything that I can arrange for you all?
No, I don't need anything. Arten?
Range.
Oh, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Well, then, if you will, wait one moment and I will, and she gestures to one of the guards, and the guard walks off, and apparently going to get you guys another escort of some sort. Brain thoughts. I'm apparently not back from vacation entirely yet.
Is there a tavern here?
Is that a drinking tent?
Not as such. We have nightly oh my god, my brain.
Drum circle?
I'm so sorry, my brain just completely went blank.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Social get-togethers?
Fiestas.
We have nightly gatherings at the amphitheater that you'd be more than welcome to.
Like the satyrs.
I'm sorry?
The satyrs with arrows. Oh, you don't know.
I haven't had the pleasure of going.
I'll look over to my boo, who knows exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, you think they might?
I don't know if it's going to be all that great.
We'll have to find out.
I think so.
The entertain. Oh no, it's more of a rave. But sure. They're like, think raves with djembes.
I'm just thinking of a bunch of fawns and satyrs now with glow sticks and the light up LED pacifiers.
You're not wrong.
And a
You're
fucking,
not far off. Not far off at all.
Bubble machine. What's funny is all of this is done with just 3 dudes doing prestidigitation in rapid succession.
It's like, we just need like a couple fae and we're on. And lo and behold, satyrs are fae.
Grab a pixie. Just sparkling everywhere. You're an asshole! Let me go! Fucking stop!
I've got 4 pixies between my paws and just do this motion. It's glitter everywhere.
Oh, Smurf.
It's just, this is how fairy...
Smurf!
This is just how fairy fire was born.
Enough with the Smurf and puns.
Okay. I'm immediately excited because I haven't had one of these nights in a while. I'm really hoping that they exist again.
In any case, the guard returns, takes up his post again.
Like my tail is wagging. Swooshes.
A lizard-bodied, what appears to be a teenager, a teenage female comes over.
We have a babysitter, y'all.
Comes into the tent and gives like a half bow situation to Prince Kalia. and then turns to you all and says, "Hi, I'm Visera. I'll take you to your tent."
Visera? Okay. I just spelled Viscera. It's okay.
I think I just spelled viscera.
Well,
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, lead the way, Visera.
yes.
And she takes you out of the tent, and you notice now that you're kind of in close proximity, the lizard-bodied centaurans, they prowl more than actually walk upright situation. But she leads you kind of through the camp and kind of back in the direction you came.
Where's Marley's bumper?
Where's what?
Bumper.
What?
No, the bumper.
Bobbers?
No, why?
I don't know. I've watched this movie a billion times with him, and I don't know what he's talking about.
Leads you back kind of to the last row of tents.
Mm.
You notice there's a huge open space between the last tents and the cliff wall where you all came out. Seems like it's intentionally left there. And as you're kind of approaching, looking up, you'll be able to see that it's probably late afternoon at this point. And you can tell that there's a bit of like cloud bank forming kind of against the cliff overhead. The cliff goes up a good couple hundred feet. But it's kind of starting to fill like the head of the valley. Visera leads you to a tent that appears to have been not really hastily vacated, but more like hastily freshened up. And leads you in. There's it's a very Middle Eastern style of put together, tasseled carpets and hangings, velvet cushions, and a couple of small like side tables with like lots of decorative scroll work on the metal, and just various like racks to hang your armor and clothes. You know, just a very spare setup, but as luxurious as can be made with such impermanent lodgings. So she kind of gestures you all in and says, if you would all like to join us for the evening, I can take you to the theater, the amphitheater, and get you seats. We usually have any of the singers who wish will be kind of giving their performances, any new tales that have been brought in from outside, that sort of thing. I think the youngsters also have something going on tonight as well. Or if you would prefer to rest in your tent tonight, I could ensure that a meal is brought.
Good, thank you. I plan to join the theater, or at least to enjoy the theater. Not
Yes.
to join.
Of course, if you wish to get up and sing, no one would stop you. It's always nice for newcomers to share their tales.
I am not the performer type.
Just the offer is always there. You don't have to be a performer to actually tell a story.
What are you looking at me for, Phil?
Oh, I got a feeling you have a voice that could stop time, so you should perform for everybody.
Visera kind of looks over at you.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a trick.
How like disoriented is everything looking right now? Is it like halfway put together? No, this is me asking.
It was just like quickly dusted off.
Like kind of like you can see like some of the pillows are still like regaining their shape from being plumped. Kind of. It's just kind of.
You've walked into a dorm room that's just been cleaned at the start of the school year, like it was the last one.
Well,
it still smells of bleach.
Well, then I am going to make an
Cinnamon.
Arcana check to just speedy quickly up.
Consider
Let's see what this Arcana check does. Okay, that's going to be a 18, and then that Zhonya just starts just zooming around, cleaning up everything, getting together, making sure that we have adequate table space for your side of the workstation. Her side of the workstation is already set up.
Visera's just kind of like watching.
She does that. It's amazing.
And then bed and stuff is made up, especially then that there's also like like 2 beds, obviously together for Erebos and Arten together, and all done.
You certainly should show that. It's quite the trick.
Oh, come on.
Decision making.
They haven't seen it before.
I mean that.
Remember how amazed I was the first time you did that?
Yes, and then I did also.
Now imagine a whole crowd.
You would really make a name for yourself.
That this would also make that this could also jog some of my from my teaching days.
Yes, yes. When you spoke in front of hundreds, right? Dozens at least?
I had a lecture hall of about 500.
Precisely. Maybe it'll
You're an
draw something
educator.
back.
Yes, I am an educator, formal educator.
She kind of leans closer.
Do you teach others how to read
Yes,
and write?
I can. Yes.
I might have some people who need to meet you.
Okay, that'll work.
I'll find you tomorrow. I've got to talk to them, make sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
But is there anything else that I can arrange? It's still a few hours before the folk gathering.
That
The amphitheater.
if that there is that this thing that if it's some chocolate available and then that and then as she pulls out some of the marshmallows, like try to melt this together with some chocolate for this drink called a hot cocoa.
Oh, we know about that.
Oh,
We call
yeah,
it chocolate tea, though.
Chocolate tea. That sounds interesting.
It's the same process that you
Oh,
described.
okay.
It's just it's a version of tea, not.
Really? That sounds interesting.
Well, tea is hotted up liquid that you then drink. So.
From where I come from, that we always have it served over ice.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of brewing it, then, doesn't it?
No. That you can have iced tea mixed in with just the sugar cane.
You're a very strange fellow.
It was taught from a tiefling student of mine.
What does that mean?
A tiefling.
What does that mean?
That they are a race of people that are
Much like this one.
Erebos. Yeah.
Erebos
There's a name
is
for
a
that.
tiefling.
Yes.
Oh!
It's a whole race of people.
Yes.
All right.
Of different variations,
Mostly in color.
attributes.
Learning so many things.
Tieflings now in color. Thanks, Jed.
All right. Well, I will not take up too much of your time. Then
Technicolor.
I'll come back in a few hours to get you settled for the evening. Then.
Tieflings
If
now
we
in
go anywhere, do
technicolor.
we have to have an escort?
No.
Okay.
Though I mean, I wouldn't want you to get lost. The tents can be a little bit of a maze if you don't know how to navigate.
Hey, there's one place I need to go, but I'm pretty sure I can't miss it because it's about head and shoulders taller than everything else.
Be careful visiting the collector. They're a little eccentric.
I have been warned.
Right. Well, yes. So, see you in a few hours, and enjoy your time. And kind of just scurries away.
Did everybody mark their inspiration?
Yes.
Okay. I have to go on a shopping trip. If everybody else would prefer the rest, that's fine. If anybody
Oh,
wants to
don't
tag
think you're not going without me. I have to see what's in the big tent.
I might as well just tag along. That I was just gonna just.
I know.
relax,
You're an official business for the goddess in your pants. But I want to see exactly what he collects. You can't correct me, because then you ruin your whole thing. So it's great.
Phil's hand is just on the lantern to see if there is laughing.
Cackling. Utter dying of laughter cackling.
Yeah, you actually see Phil's normally kind of pale purple skin flush when you say the goddess in his pants.
You're welcome.
I mean that
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
that you
I'm
should
walking
maybe,
away.
that you should maybe go
I'm not
up on
wrong.
stage. You should maybe go up on stage and then tell jokes. Because that was quite a punny one.
Alright, So you all can make it to the bridge to cross the river, and kind of navigate your way down through the tents. You're starting to see a lot more of the people. There's quite a few kids running around too, and a lot more people are starting to kind of notice, hey, there's newcomers, and you even hear a few whispers of goddess claimed, goddess known, kind of terms and things like that. But eventually you make it to the collector's tent, and even up close, it's even more. It seems very precariously constructed.
Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot, isn't it?
You should have seen some at the students' dorms, that they had confiscated elements and magical things that they were not supposed to have.
There is a single flat front door that seems to just kind of be loosely, looped, closed.
My brain went to there's a single flap, and I was like, what flap?
Single door.
Phil will open and peek in.
It looks like the room of requirement. Towers and towers of things. And essentially the tent is made with these towers and towers of things as support.
So it's just it's like 3 tents high, but it's just open all the way to the top. It's not like
stacks
Okay.
and rows of
I am
things.
just
I
picturing
was so
something
hoping for
inside.
like a bouncy castle second floor that we're having to walk along the canvas.
Stacks on top of stacks.
I'm
It's
just
it looks like
Snacks on
it
snack
looks
shelf.
like thousands of houses barfed in here.
I am just picturing that the Sanford and Son junk house. That's all I'm picturing.
I'm just seeing hoarders on
Yep.
burning chairs.
Oh
right
God, that show.
It's a little cleaner than that, but
Thankfully.
but the core element is the same. Yes, it is a hoarder's palace.
I mean that.
now. Oh, I am going to be in here a minute.
So,
Second bird on the
is everyone
string.
going in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Yep.
All right. You all come in. The tent flap kind of closes behind you. There's not really a way to leave it open, but you can see there's a few air holes and what should be used as smoke holes, but they're just left open.
We got
right now.
ventilation at least.
It's nice.
And as you're kind of making your way down what essentially is the center aisle of this maze of stuff, you can see various weapon hilts sticking out of a few places. There appear to be piles of robes or other linen works other places. You see a few books, a few scrolls scattered throughout. There's dishware, there's crockery. There even appears to be a bubbling cauldron with no fire underneath. There's just a lot of stuff going on here.
Literally every hilt that's near me, I'm gonna halfway draw it out, look at the blade, and then putting it back in, just perusing, what's this?
Okay, so a lot of them are they seem to be in pretty good condition, but they as you're kind of picking out and sliding back in, every so often as you move one, you kind of feel like a shudder go up the entire stack, like you're adjusting a Jenga tower that maybe shouldn't be adjusted.
Phil just slides away.
But after about the second or third shudder that you get, you hear a kind of noise, and kind of zooming around a corner of a stack comes imagine a gecko with a human upper body.
Okay. Can he lick his own eye?
I'm hearing the little pops, like the.
Comes zooming around, and kind of course you all are, this individual is only about halfling sized, but is looking up at all of you.
I'm not disappointed in this in the least.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morrow.
You're new.
Yes.
Technically,
Well,
he's probably the newest of all of us.
I am.
Kind of comes a little bit closer. Trades?
Yes.
Trades?
Oh, yes.
Trades.
Traits.
What looking for?
What looking for?
I'm
Too much fun.
Too much.
I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out what I wrote down here, and I just remembered that is stank
Stones.
Saget.
He needs pretty
I'm looking
rocks.
for stones. Any precious stones you might have in your possession.
Literally kind of runs around you for a minute.
For me?
For a lantern. Decoration.
Yes. The bigger, the brighter, the better.
Scurries away.
That's right.
If you get me a whole ass giant stone,
Then you send him back and get a different one. Tell him the colors. I don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, you just spoke up, but he's quick.
He is. I like him.
Scurries back the way he came, and then you can kind of see one of the stacks kind of farther away starts to kind of shiver a little bit. The tent overhead starts kind of bobbing a little bit.
This is how we all die.
And the skittering sounds kind of change, like maybe this dude's climbing up a few of his stacks. They kind of go to just different sounds as he's moving over different surfaces. Eventually comes back and actually peeks over like one of the valleys in one of these stacks kind of near you, and is holding a pretty good sized sapphire.
Like, talking about... Okay, I'm sorry, you're making hands like the... Okay.
He's small.
Okay. Because when you, like, even for a halfling, like, my son came up holding something this size to him in proportion, like, I can't afford that, don't drop it.
He's small. He has small hands.
Right?
Is that...
Sapphire, what do you wish to trade?
What do you have?
Oh, well, and I was going to say I have gold, but I don't think this one wants that.
No, he collects.
No, I think that he's a bit of a antique collector.
I'm gonna lean in and whisper to him. He probably collects knowledge or scrolls just as much as he collects jewels and knives.
Yeah, I don't have any scrolls. Y'all are the ones that have been keeping stuff. I've just been getting money. Any case, I can offer service because I don't have much physically in trade.
Define service.
I'm a jeweler.
Kind of pulls back a little bit.
We're going to break it.
Do you have one that's smaller then? Because Phil's gonna hold up the lantern. I have to set it.
Fil'verl, you owe me big time on this one.
You don't have... No.
No, that's...
Hold on. I just have to inset 2 stones right here. And if you don't want me to break that big one, do you have any smaller ones?
Scurries back behind the counter and goes behind the box and like goes somewhere else in the tent.
Don't start giving away stuff and then saying I owe you until we know exactly what he's going to give. Because that would have been awesome, but I got a feeling he would actually come to our tent and be mad that I broke it. Like, he'd just come in and just have this, like, hangdog face, and I would feel terrible for days. Do you want to make the little one sad?
Once it's yours, it's yours.
Yes. But
That's
you
if you
said
understand.
that you don't have much.
That's your idea of ownership, though. It's...
Scurries back, comes from a different angle again this time, and has a basket, like an open wicker basket. You can see a bunch of different, like, smaller gems kind of scattered throughout.
Phil will then produce the remainders of the emerald he has. I have shards of an emerald. I could trade you equal value for, say, a sapphire or a garnet.
Comes down onto the floor and basically draws out from another stack a small side table and just kind of flicks open the legs and sets it down. Put, we compare, put. And starts pulling out and basically just matching size to other things in the basket. You eventually end up with an equivalent size of a ruby, a garnet, and the tiniest little bit of tourmaline. And then puts the shards of emerald in his basket.
Also, I can offer you to clean any jewelry you have in exchange for any other smaller stone.
No.
No cleaning? No. Okay.
No.
Fair deal.
I
Scurries away with his box of gems. It should be noted, nothing's really like dusty or like, and everything you've seen so far is pretty clean, like sale quality stuff. Seems like this dude just maybe has different opinions on how the barter system works. Or him.
Airplane.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else I got. Nope.
Why am I looking in here? I've been typing most of the things.
Comes scurrying back after a while, just kind of looking at pointedly ignoring Phil now and looking at the rest of you. Traits?
Possibly.
Possibly.
What do you have in the...
And
I
Hey.
didn't answer my text.
Ooh.
I
you
just,
in trouble.
Trying not to interrupt, but
Ooh.
I just got the text like 2 seconds ago.
no, I heard the phone call.
What do you have in the area of crossbows? Anything?
big.
Amazing. Spectacular. Size.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Scurries away.
I'm
and
just trying to see what he has. Don't.
comes back with a crossbow that looks like it's entirely made out of ebony, wood, and silver.
Oh. That's beautiful.
Traits?
It's absolutely gorgeous. Yes, if I don't know what I have that would be equivalent value. One moment. Pull out. I start pulling out things in my bag that I think he may enjoy or may like.
Okay.
So the diamond gem, a trophy that I won back in a long time ago, a rank insignia, just random stuff. Like I don't know what he might like. And
Flavor the trophy for me. What it looked like.
so this was gonna be in a wrestling match from my army days, because we didn't have boxing matches, we had wrestling matches. And so this would be a big shiny belt. Just like it's a rope belt, few different braids, big shiny thing in the middle. So I was grabbing things that I think he might like. Hold on.
Does it say WWE on it?
No.
No, it says AKL, Acros League.
Did you get it from the Undertaker?
Shush you.
Yeah, you wouldn't have, because he's never lost.
He's never lost. Bone dice. Have my. I don't know.
As you continued pulling things out, it seemed like the collector was rather intrigued by the belt.
What is?
It's a trophy. It's an award that I won for my might. I defeated many others in hand-to-hand combat.
Prize.
Yes, prize.
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 Prize. Crossbow. Prize. Trade.
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 Slides the belt as hands over the. So it's a light crossbow.
I don't care. It's pretty.
It's
Has pretty crossbow.
It's ebony wood and the fittings are silver, and it is magical.
I don't know this. I just know it's pretty.
But I'm gonna give you the details now. Otherwise, I will forget to give them to you later. So for Jed the player.
For Jed the player, not I almost called myself Erebos.
That's how close you are now. You call each other your own name?
No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that people do.
It's really not.
It's really not.
I know.
Okay.
So for Jed the player,
Yes.
it does count as a +1,
Okay.
which is helpful. It will take regular crossbow bolts, but basically as it fires them, it almost has like a small compartment of that can hold like a small vial of holy water.
Okay.
So that every time you fire it, each bolt gets a spritzing of holy water. So as you're kind of, like, maybe you're cleaning it later, you'd be able to find that compartment. And you'll notice there will be, like a religious symbology kind of carved into the ebony wood around that compartment.
I definitely would be spending a lot of time examining it for the next
Yeah.
couple nights, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll notice it eventually.
Right.
But very cool. I'm just excited because I have a cool crossbow, and I was like, and I gave away the trophy that came in my background story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Upgrades.
Takes the belt away, his prize away, scurries off, puts it somewhere in the tent.
Gonna miss that belt, but I never wore it.
Comes back, looking at everybody else. Trades?
Yes, that
Staring down arrow bows.
one thing that I would like is either if you have a short bow or else a long bow, and also anything of the magical nature
So cool.
too, and then that possibly that that big gem that you had earlier, that the one from the top,
Not going to break it.
not gonna break it.
Bows
Yes, bows and magic.
and gem.
Yes.
What to trade?
She is going to.
You're asking for a lot.
I know.
He wants your down payment.
I know. Then that I
I'm
have
excited that I got a black.
I have a yellow. A yellow citrine gem.
Mm-hmm.
I also have her prize quill, and she is also going to hold out that 6th level spell scroll.
Did you decide on what spell was on the spell scroll?
No, did not.
Gonna kind of think about, look at the scroll and kind of,
Already have.
You already have that?
Already have.
Well then.
and then,
Love it. Love it.
what feather do?
My feather? Oh, that my feather.
You
That.
said your quill.
Oh, that. To describe the quill, it's basically kind of like a mix of it is kind of like a mix of a wild bird, think of like a hawk and a falcon mixed breed or something. We will go with that. But then it is a golded, that the stem part of the quill is golden. And then that the ink that she also has is just this very expensive looking black ink.
What do?
Oh, that it just writes up in my spell book.
No writing.
No writing.
The scurry, and what was the other thing? You had the yellow
Yes,
string?
that's the only thing I have, really.
Scurries off and just brings back the small basket of gems.
Mm-hmm.
Trade?
Sure, why not?
So you can basically get an equivalent, like old turquoise.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. I pull out the compass and I was like, no. Okay. So
All right.
I got it.
It's still just.
It's one of those. There's a box of gems showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about.
This is DM question because I just wrote down art stuff because we took the paintings from the mouth
Oh
of the dragon
yeah.
from the vulture.
Oh yeah.
The very angry vulture.
Bogies.
Y'all wouldn't let me get the deck of many things out of the box of death.
This is true.
No, we wouldn't, because that's how we all die.
Is how we all die.
And you end up as a sheep.
It was just gonna be four art objects.
Okay.
4 arts.
4.
I
couple
do
of
need to keep a
paintings,
better
couple of small
inventory sheet.
statuettes.
Okay,
I said
'cause
it right.
I know, but my brain went 4 farts.
I know, but I said it right.
Phil's gonna have his hand on the lantern. Is there anything from the artwork we took that you wanted personally?
I think they were a little too big to fit on the lantern, dear.
I can put inside. It can stay in there.
No,
There's nowhere to hang it, is it?
not really.
All right, just asking before I try to get rid of them.
That's fine. You get some pretty gems.
Dope. Okay. Phil's then going to reach into his bag of holding and produce 4 art objects.
Collector kind of tucks his basket of gems under his arm, comes over and kind of like does the poster rack at the store,
Right.
kind of looks at the other one.
Already have that one. This one. 2 gems.
Right? Or it's just the littler ones. Okay, picks 2. Is there a sapphire or an aquamarine?
We'll say there's a lighter toned sapphire in there. Yeah.
Okay, and what's the other?
We'll throw it in as oh lord.
I'm starting to hit the edge of my knowledge of
a verdolite. It's a lighter like grassy green rather than emerald.
Okay, I had not heard that one before, so I think I wrote Vegemite. I don't know.
Don't make it into a sandwich. That's a bad idea.
I just got to sharpen this again to. So he takes 2 of the.
Takes one of the paintings, for your 2 for the 2 gems there. Looking at the statues and then scurries off and comes back with it's not quite as big as the large gem that he brought by before, but comes back with a what was the other one you were looking for?
Honestly, it was mainly he wanted the sapphire and then any other.
Was it the amethyst?
He mentioned amethyst, but that's also I keep forgetting what he's actually supposed to be looking for because of what my patron is versus what's pretty. And so I was like, well, actually, instead of stones on this, do you have anything else you think that would fit me in exchange for these statues?
Clothing? Or hat?
I do not wish to cover up this fabulous hair.
Clothing.
Don't cover the hair.
Maybe something like gloves, like an accessory, something that might help with fine motor skills for such as stonework and jewelry.
Scurries off, rummaging for quite a long time, and eventually comes back and kind of covered in like what seems to be like packing paper, like little shreds of just paper and what looks like straw, and seems like maybe he was digging in a crate. Comes back with a pair of look like there will be elbow length gloves. Seem to be a nice kid leather set of gloves.
Detect magic?
They do appear to be magical, but it doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. More like exactly kind of what you were looking for.
That was more or less double checking. Fine, we have a deal.
Takes one of the statues for the set of gloves.
Do you want the other statue?
Anything else? Trade? Anything else you want? Trade of the statue.
Do you have anything that helps someone understand another person's thoughts? Like, not creepy, like...
What are you trying to... Don't give him that.
We have a friend who can't speak and we have trouble communicating. Is there anything that could broadcast or one of us could wear that might make it easier to communicate? Anything.
Scurries off, and comes back with a closed box. Opens the box to reveal a velvet-lined interior, and there is a circlet inside. Seems to be pure silver.
Is Detect Magic still up?
Definitely magical.
For the statue?
Yes.
And the paint. I'll go ahead and throw in the other painting.
No, already have it. Already have it bigger.
Wait, this is is this a copy?
Yes.
We have a mass-produced dentistry, fucking doctor's office, clerics. All right. Yeah, here's the statue. Thank you very much. All right, and I'm gonna hand that immediately to Zhonya because
Okay.
Phil can detect magic.
Oh,
Do you have identify? I think is what we're looking for.
I have only detect magic. I have not picked up identify yet.
All right. Are y'all gonna be trying to figure this out while you're still in the tent, or are y'all heading back to your tent?
Gotta thank the collector. I'm just gonna
Thank
put
him.
one art stuff now. One copied.
It's a Monet.
Oh,
At least it's not a Velvet Elvis, y'all.
No, that's great. That's absolutely great. You have a fake Monet.
It's just a Monet. It's a Monet.
It's a college dorm copy.
Oh crap, you flip it over and it has the stamp on the back of the poster. It's not even vellum or canvas.
I bet it reacts to black light.
It still has the fucking Hobby Lobby sticker on it.
Great.
Oh my goodness.
I'm putting these over here now.
No, put them over there so it makes me work for it.
Give them to the DM.
What are they again?
The peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh yeah, give them here. Damn.
Pass those to the DM. I'm already jacked up on sweet tea right now. There's like a little bit of a vibration going on.
Mountain Dew.
I'll come at you like a spider monkey.
Walking on my back legs and being all weird and stuff. That's what I mean.
Don't make fun of me. That was weird as hell to see them do that, man.
All right, so y'all are heading back to your tent.
Yeah.
You get back. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check on the circlet in the box.
That is a dirty 20.
All right. So it does appear to have a detect thoughts type of spell on it. And doesn't seem to be anything else going on with it. Doesn't require any. It just seems to be a base level detect thoughts circlet.
It is just a base level detect thoughts circlet.
Which is basically what you asked for.
I know. Here, I'm thinking that I wanted the headband from Always Cloudy with a Chance, or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yep.
Steve. Gummy bear.
I mean, that.
One of you can use it. It's mostly, I was trying to think of something that could help Tal'gor. Also, that probably would help. Also, here's the deal. If I put that on, do you think I'm actually going to keep my gobs quiet if I know what somebody's thinking?
No. That's why I said you shouldn't have it.
Someone else in the party can.
Okay.
Fine. She just takes off her beret and.
Well, your beret can go over it, then nobody can see it.
That is true.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Just put the gloves on. Are they like fingerless?
Did you see this?
That's super. Oh, that's magical as fuck, by the way.
It is?
Yeah, watch.
I just...
Like the eyes go from yellow to green real quick. Magic as fuck. What school of magic is it?
I just thought it was pretty.
So it'd be radiant technically.
Okay, so it's radiant, like evocation, enchantment, probably.
An artificer made a radiant weapon.
Would it be kind of enchantment magic that I'm picking up from it, or
Would it be abjuration?
actually it could be either. Your call.
Yeah, we'll call it abjuration technically because it's meant to use, like, it needs the holy water to charge it, but it's meant to be abjuration.
Right. That's abjuration magic on it.
What's that mean?
A lot of times it's for protection, but in this case I think it's because it needs to be loaded.
It will be loaded with protection.
The best protection is an advanced attack. Was it the best defense is of defense? Yeah.
Oh, you guys have not seen the...
We will eventually find a better short bow. Eventually.
No, you won't.
Oh, we will.
Oh,
You must forget.
you asked the collector.
That-
He came back with Jack.
I have all the time in the world to basically create something.
And you're gonna need it.
Just staring
see how
directly
cool
at
this thing
Erebos
is.
while they're arguing about this.
I found the new toy.
No, as they're doing the back and forth, looking at Erebos, kind of like, I feel like Phil has I kind of started this. I'm kind of proud of myself.
Erebos is intentionally, and it's not going well, but he's trying really hard to ignore this.
It's pretty, though.
I mean, it is a nice crossbow, but just to be fair, that I was going to not be selfless and try to get you that big sapphire you wanted, but he didn't want what I was offering.
No, it's not that. It's just that he really didn't want it split, and we have already dealt with 2 weird stones. So that got me thinking, if I split the big one, I don't want to find out what other type of god might be trapped and pissed off about shit and what other ones are trying to screw everybody over. I don't want to find out like there's a long-lost half-sibling, alright? That got trapped in one gym.
I mean, isn't it there is a god of time from your world? I mean, from your country?
I don't think they're. Hang on. It's gonna drive me nuts.
I was just saying, I was like, I don't remember a specific god of time.
Kronos?
I mean,
That's Greek, though.
That's Greek,
not
not-
Theros.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kairos.
I'd say we had were knowledge and storm and war, and I don't remember one that was specific all about time.
Oh,
To be fair,
To be fair, I don't like them or study their works.
Alright, hang on.
They're a bunch of arrogant asses, honestly.
I mean, that I took
Walking
over the
around with
study.
nothing but a tunic on, knowing we can see everything, just flapping in the wind.
She just looks like
It's not a pretty sight.
I don't want to envision that.
no,
Oh, you tried not
mean,
to.
that-
It scars your brains. When it
I mean,
goes.
that it is just as bad as just like.
just because you
It's
saw a
just like-
divination rod doesn't mean you need to ruin it for everybody else.
I mean, that you had.
The only real component would actually be Clothis, who is more of a destiny rather than time. There's not a time component. God.
I suppose
Time,
Erebos
destiny.
might chime in and was like, let's clothe this, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's destiny, not time.
Yeah. See, it's not exactly the same.
That is true, but
Oh, so you mentioned Kronos. You
Right.
never sit him at the kids' table on a cruise. Ever.
No. That... Hold up. Did he sit at the kids' table at a cruise that your parents were ferrying? Is this a story from actual your life?
No,
history?
absolutely not.
Insight.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
God dang it.
you've earned an
9.
insight roll from everybody, man. I'm
The DM's
sorry.
question is, when did he get out of jail? Oh my god. We're gonna die.
I don't know, chat.
That was off the table.
I got a whole 5 on insight,
Tal'gor,
so I'm just poking. At it.
Tal'gor got a 6. Zhonya got a 9.
They can't tell whether you're telling true or not.
It feels like no, it's not.
Clink, 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 clink.
Go.
Child,
Go take your tech and I get out of the bag.
child, don't mock your mama. Come here. Give me a hug.
When you wake up on me.
You look cute.
Look at me. Look at me. I love you.
Love you.
Tell everybody else good night.
Good night, Chaos Muffin.
Right.
Tell
Good
you
night,
good
Luna.
night.
Good night, Nib.
Go to bed, dude.
On dinner.
No, it's bad joke.
Go.
I don't know all the gods.
Oh, you fucking Neysa.
I mean,
Have good sleeps. Have good school tomorrow.
sure.
Go watch the
I
board.
guess. Watch the cord.
He wants to give you a teaspoon.
Alright.
What about Jed?
Good night.
What about Jed?
Jed's not familiar.
Tell Jed good night. And tell everybody else good night. Good lord. Give him a hug.
You just did. It's
And
okay.
Dewey.
We don't have to hug.
But, I mean, that. I guess that at least I would get to enjoy a little bit of respite here. at least.
Phil just... I know his vest has all of his tools. But I don't have a doffing vest. We could do like the... just lace up. No.
Just make sure that stays on your side of the work table.
Alright, I will take this 1 foot by 3 foot
You don't have a
section of
1
the table.
foot. You have bigger than that. I have 2 feet. You have 2 feet of space.
I didn't know how big the table was, so I just feel it's like... Alright, so Phil's gonna just sit down, put the lantern down. Do the gloves need to be attuned?
We'll put them on. They're on.
What do they...
So, they'll give you a +1 to dexterity checks for stuff that you're doing with your hand. Obviously, it won't help for something like jumping out of the way of something.
Right.
But...
+1 dex to craft.
And then that she also tells you that the turquoise gem she got.
Phil will catch it. Thank you, but it's not exactly what I need for this.
Just keep it anyway.
Alright, thank you. And Phil's gonna start working to set a sapphire in its spot and then put a... I already have one ruby set. No, I have an emerald set. On the opposite side from the emerald, I'm gonna set the ruby. So that's all Phil's gonna be working on for the next solid chunk of time, and if they go to the thing, that's still what Phil's working on unless somebody drags his ass away.
Okay. Go ahead and make your performance check for that.
Alright, and I have advantage because of that book I read. Alright, so don't y'all fuck me over.
And you can add the +1 for the crafting element.
Okay. You betrayed me, but I had advantage. So this is performance, you said?
With your +1 because you're using your gloves.
That is 16.
There you go. Yeah, it's going better.
Much easier than fucking twisting wire.
Alright. With that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Let brains reset. Be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Tacos.
more tacos.
Psychic rocks fall down. God.
Psychic rock. Oh, this has been bothering me.
Did it get too low again?
It's been low. Like the top of Jed's head's missing.
Oh,
Hi,
no.
Internet. I'm sorry you're looking at my face.
Good God. God damn it.
Oh, goodness.
You gotta have self-deprecating humor.
Where did my
And with that,
stupid
he
device?
is back.
Where did my idiot device go?
Your what?
My smartphone, the idiot device.
Oh no.
I'll find it later, it's fine.
Now we're just gonna stick with it.
Hopefully we don't. Hopefully my child's not just in there.
I don't.
It's somewhere. Yeah,
My
I'm
parents
not
give
worried
my
about
child
it.
their cell phone so much, and all of a sudden I just see him in the dark. I'm like, no, we're taking the crack away from you. You've maxed out your screen time,
Yep.
little one.
Yep.
Like,
Okay. So, been working on lantern things. Were you doing anything during this?
Just probably just like reading up on spells and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just wizard stuff.
Wizard shit. Doing anything during this couple of hours?
at first I
Break
was
time.
plagued with my new crossbow. 'Cause I've got a new toy.
Go
And
ahead
then-
and make me an investigation check and see if you can actually find that compartment.
Please don't accidentally shoot one of us.
It's not
It doesn't
loaded.
even have any bolts in it. So.
I'm just saying, that would be the funny thing, and not funny things that rolls a one what happens, Phil. Fuck! Did it spin us over T kettle like the other
Roll a
one?
20.
Yay!
Hey.
You find the compartment.
+1.
Okay. Okay. I was like,
It's
wait,
a 19 on the dice.
I was trying to make
It's
sure.
+1.
I was trying to make sure I wasn't going crazy.
You find the compartment kind of situated under the peak of the bolt for the groove for the bolts.
Mhm.
And Erebos would recognize some of the the symbols inside, you'd be able to figure out with his help that it's meant to hold essentially holy water. There's like a wick that can be dropped into a vial of holy water that then just kind of creates a slide across when the bolt goes through.
That's so cool. Where am I supposed to get holy water?
Reaches into his bag.
Of all the things for you to be carrying, I thought this stuff hurts people like
I
you.
love monsters. That's what I do. I don't think that's gonna fit in there though.
Well, no, but cool. How do we just kind of? Oh,
So cute, both of you.
oh, over here, just go get in the thing.
Hold on, do you need a vial?
I need a funnel.
Is it like you pour it into a chamber, or do you gotta
It does need like it's like a vial of some sort is supposed to sit in there and
Yeah.
then you whip it down.
I'm gonna need some type of smaller vial.
Look, I got potion vials, but give me the night. Right? Give me the night. And Phil's gonna take the leftover.
I'll give you plenty of nights. It's fine.
Phil's then gonna take the leftover crushed up gem dust because I have glass blower tools. But I'm gonna go outside.
This vial.
I'm gonna step outside so I don't set a tent on fire.
Good plan.
Well, I'm here, so we are still alive.
Right.
Actually, I could use your help if you could speed things up.
Sure.
Hey, you guys want to go to that thing tonight? Taking off some of my armor.
Didn't Visera say that she'd come back to
Yeah.
escort or figure out?
Yes, but it seemed like he might be a little occupied. I didn't know if he wanted to come.
What do you need?
Phil's already got a pipe out and is blowing dust out the end of it. What?
Produce flame.
Appreciate it. And we'll just start. I'm assuming there's a small crucible.
Yeah, y'all can find something.
What is it, Tal'gor? I have the circlet of detect thoughts. What is he thinking?
I don't know. Does he want to go to the thing tonight? Does he have stuff he wanted to do? Did he mean to trade with someone and he never got to?
Well,
You're better
that's
than me.
player. That's more player stuff. I'm not gonna.
What is he thinking? My first thought, ass. Cheers. Ass.
Good God.
You went into the brain of a Tal'gor. You went into the brain of a man who saw us things and
Being
was like, I'm gonna
Tal'gor
ride it.
Malkovich. Being,
Oh God, no, being Tal'gor.
being Tal'gor Malkovich.
Just
Being Tal'gor Malkasphinx.
There we
mouth
go.
the
So then do you need the heat intense or?
No,
or
I was actually going to see if you'd
response?
help by just speeding up time like you did with when we were making the
I
beer.
thought he wanted the heat out of the tent.
Punny.
But
But
just,
anyway.
just waiting for the crucible and then gonna dip the tube. There's a name for it. But I was about to say whatever that thing is people blow at soccer
That
matches.
is a 23 on
Vuvuzela?
Arcana.
Yeah.
Alright.
Vuvuzela.
So, between your speeding up of time, between your ability to do glass blowing things, you're able to essentially craft a vial to fit the compartment in the crossbow.
Don't touch it, it's so warm, but it looked like it'd fit.
Yeah, it does.
Now, while you
It's amazing.
While you two were outside the front of the tent, every so often, if you were looking up, you noticed that the cloud bank that was kind of forming along the, go ahead and give it to you, it's the north end of the valley, was kind of starting to fill in more of the overhead space in the canyon. It's almost like it's creating a veil and blocking out the sky overhead.
I think she doesn't want us to be seen.
But as you're kind of wrapping up your lantern things and wrapping up the glass blowing things, and getting ready to just make your way down to the amphitheater on your own, Visera does come by and she says, Right. So we're all kind of getting ready to head down to the amphitheater. Was anybody not wanting to come? In which case I could have dinner sent up here.
I believe that the general consensus was everybody's coming, right?
Are we going to partake of a Tal'gor?
Yes, I will come.
I can't wait to see what Nate actually comes up with for Tal'gor's actual voice. That's gonna be beautiful. Anyway, so you all can go with Visera down to the amphitheater. I'll go ahead and say y'all probably would have caught glimpses of it before. Essentially, it's a bit of a worn down space, kind of right up against the wall of the cliff on that side. And there are benches kind of carved into the stone, enough that it goes up and kind of creates like an overhang, so it's like a sheltered situation. And so it's essentially a primitive amphitheater space. And a lot of the folk are already kind of getting settled. The stairs of like going up the risers are spaced so that all of these four-legged individuals can get up there without any issues. And as you all are kind of given your choice of seats on the front couple of rows there, you'll see the woman with all the silver bells, Kalia, that you met earlier. And she's kind of coming into the area with a full escort of 4 guards. And she kind of comes into the center space, and as everyone kind of settles down, they'll have to forgive me. I'm developing a huge headache right now. Otherwise, I'd do this a whole lot more justice. But she gives a bit of a fancy speech about the newcomers that have been not only favored of the goddess, but essentially they're to be given whatever assistance or help that they require, as they're, and she specifically says that they're the champions of restoring the balance, is kind of the
Big words are there.
the title that she assigns to you all. And sorry, I gotta see what is going on here. Okay. And before she goes to take a seat of her own, she looks at each of you in turn and says, among our people, we identify ourselves by what we are made of, a defining feature of who we are or what we do. I am Kalia, Prince of the Wilds, she of the star-silver voice, for when I sing, the stars themselves twinkle. And I've spent some time this evening speaking with the mouthpiece of Loifa and learning a bit about you all in that way. With your permission, it would be my honor to give you all names in kind of ours.
Certainly.
Yes, of course. I'd be honored.
Zhonya.
Mm-hmm.
You are she of speeding time. For time itself answers your call. And go ahead and write down Tal'gor. You are he of the loyal voice. For though you cannot speak,
Your actions are your words.
And looking at Erebos,
You are he of the lingering years.
and doesn't really say anything more than that.
Arten, you are he of the shadowed heart, where light and darkness dwell in concert. Phil, you are he of the gem-bound lantern, for this is your purpose at this time.
And she'll essentially just go sit down. Another individual from somewhere up the risers will walk down, and essentially they'll just start, there will be poetry and occasionally actually songs, but it seems like more of these people consider singing to be any of the oratory arts, poetry, storytelling, actual song are all considered singing. And so it's essentially just and again, I would do more, but my head says no. But it's essentially a couple of hours as the sun fully sets.
Do you need some Excedrin or Tylenol?
I'll take some when I get home. If I take any now, it's still gonna, it's just not.
Okay.
It'll wear off before I actually get home to bed. Yes.
I have something to add.
Okay.
You said it was going to be hours of singing. And,
Yeah,
and,
pretty much like coming and going kind of thing.
I'm assuming there's drink during this moment because they said there was going to be dinner and stuff.
A few kind of campfires are kind of set up around the closest tents to the amphitheater, and every so often, teenaged individuals who seem to be kind of the pack mules, the chore folks, will be coming around with platters. They'll have flatbreads with kind of wrapped around some kind of sweetly juiced up shredded meat situation. That's why I made the tacos for you guys.
Juiced up shredded meat.
As well as what appear to be
Unleavened bread that we can wrap the juiced up shredded meat in.
of course, but rolls of dough with a very sugary glaze as well.
Like
Real life food, bro.
I like where you went.
Mama has a little bum because it was cooked on a rack.
Yep. They're a little smoky.
It's smoky. So Arten is gonna drink too much, not eat quite enough,
Nice.
and during a moment between two sets, it's gonna make his way in front of everyone.
Okay.
I
feel like I should stop there, but I kind of want to see what this goes.
no.
No, we need to see where this goes.
No, that let him relax, because he's been on edge.
I'm come here to sing the song of a good friend. And in the most drunken folk song voice, just almost a shanty. No. Let me. You're gonna throw off my beat because I have it in my head. I have it in my head. You're gonna mess it all up. I've already written it down, which is why I was like, oh, I apologize earlier for typing so much. I kept writing and undoing and writing and undoing.
Shall I mute the music?
Yes.
Yes.
His character.
His character, I swear. Oh, he speaks no word of man. He does more than you can. On his second life, he wields his might with an axe in both his hands. He rode the Sphinx of the sun. To get him off the Sphinx it spun. but he held on tight with a mighty bite. He rode the Sphinx just for fun. Tal'gor!
Tal'gor!
And then I just walked back to my seat like, right, I did.
I was hoping you'd just go.
A staggering thing, high-fiving people who didn't mean to be high-fived. Yes.
Erebus drags you back onto the seat.
You just actually high-five someone in the face.
Probably. Probably. I get back to Erebos, he's shoving bread down my throat. He's like, get sober. Get sober.
He's a bard, remember? He pulls you down, looks at you, smacks you a big one on the lips, and then just kind of sets you back down and starts pulling over bread.
In the moment, right after the kiss, the most southern woo!
There's a yee-yee in there somewhere.
A yee-yee. Yee-yee. And
I didn't know he had been to Avernus. That's the only place I've heard that noise.
Been to Avernus?
We stopped there for a brief period, picked some people up, and left. Adventurers are very happy to pay what we are charging. But I'll tell you this, and this out of character, he was going to say this: how to describe a plane of reality badly. Speed metal in West Texas is Avernus. Tell me I'm not wrong. Speed metal in West Texas.
I drove through West Texas. That's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
nothing. Just a bunch of nothing. I was driving through West Texas once, got hit by a tumbleweed, scared the crap out of me. It's me and my little Ford Ranger, and then all of a sudden a phone comes. It's great.
It's a pronghorn. It's coming for you.
No idea. I had no idea what
You
it was.
just turn around, Deathclaw.
Oh God. Could we not?
Oh, that happened last night on Fallout. All of a sudden I'm like, where am I? Dead. I am dead.
All right. So, once it's full dark, things are kind of winding down. Families are heading back to their tents. Holy bananas! Are you okay?
You good?
What did he say? Some drama happening tonight? In any case, how's y'all's week been?
It's been a week.
Like, I have nothing but stupid work talk to talk about, and I don't want to do it on stream. But it's stupid work talk. It's been a week. Is a good phrase.
She was doing a blind TikTok, and it's a mashup of 99 Problems and I Bless the Rains Down in Africa. That song follows her to the point.
I thought she sneezed and broke something.
I thought she stumped her toe. That's where my brain went. You stumped your toe.
No, it's at work, driving around. Emily has been cursed. Like, someone wasted the... This is like the worst bestow curse on everybody. The most of a waste of the spell slot was someone did it to her so that Toto's Africa would follow her everywhere.
Watch it show up in Bridgerton.
You don't use this against her now.
I sang the song as a character from a LARP we used to do, and it exists on the internet now.
I'm literally making Monster of the Week character with that. Literally their entire playlist is I'm done.
Anyway.
I washed my hands with this weirdness. That was that.
Alright.
Anyway, so what did I miss?
Nothing. We were like, how's your day?
So
Okay.
it looks is
Everything's kind of winding down. Seems like these aren't really party people so much. It's more just, this is their usual dinner and a show entertainment.
I wanted to get drunk. I wanted to have much more fun than I did, so...
You're gonna need help getting this one back.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
Do we need to get another tent?
No. No, I don't play around when someone's drunk. That's mean.
I have a character. Probably gonna pass out as soon as I hit the pillow anyway.
Just making sure that the cat's not going to be frisky. Because, like, we're all in the same tent. Stop.
out of nowhere.
I do not know what the bedding situation is.
They're running out of the tent. The cat's out of the bag.
No, it's just we're all laid there trying to go to sleep. Just a leg kicks over Phil. No.
I mean,
Stop.
Y'all forget Erebos doesn't sleep. He won't let him do anything to y'all.
Right.
They did forget Erebos, didn't they?
We did. I keep forgetting Erebos don't sleep.
Okay.
Alright, so
What time do you got to go sleep?
No.
Okay.
I'm just checking time for curiosity.
So get back to your tent. Plunk you down on some pillows, tuck you in,
Gone.
asleep.
Absolutely gone. Like, I don't know if cats snore, but I do.
Back in tent, heading to bed.
Gonna stay up for a little while.
Erebos, after tucking Arten in and patting him on the back and making sure he's actually asleep, turning to you and says, "So, about that lantern thing."
It's mine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my holy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the other night, when you said you were off taking a shit naked.
Prestidigitation, because I didn't want anybody to step in it.
Mm-hmm.
See, Hewitt has a bad time about trying to lie, so I just start smirking because I'm fucking terrible at it, but...
The answer is always prestidigitation.
And if things can come out of it, usually things can go in it.
Hmm?
Bunch of pink bubbles and shit came out of the lantern. You talked to it.
I asked a favor, got it. It came from my focus and holy symbol.
Wait, I am still up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a religion check to see if I have seen any kind of iconography about a lantern being a religious symbol?
You can, sure.
No, because then you're gonna screw me over. Okay. That is a good old-fashioned 26.
Okay. Holy symbols are usually not large, fully functional objects.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually a symbol. And so this feels more like, for lack of a better analogy, this almost feels more like a phylactery situation. Or in pure definition terms, that's more what it seems like. It's an object for holding something, not a symbol to call upon something.
Fil'verl,
Aye.
that out of all of my years in time of study, that most holy symbols are usually smaller than that. That they don't encase magical bubbles or just seemingly that big. Especially from my studies, I haven't seen any iconography that I can think of.
All right.
So what's the deity's name then?
O'Shell.
Where's it from?
I found the lantern that I understand is her symbol. While I was still working on my parents' ship.
Alright, so it could have come from anywhere.
As far as I know. Began to converse with her, as little as it was, and I have been fixing up the lantern ever since. Because it's her symbol, and I have been imbued with power through it. By her, just like anyone else I've ever seen use, whatever symbol they have.
Oh no, that seems to make sense to me.
I mean, that sounds about fair. So that you mean like an arcane focus almost?
Aye, I have to have it for my magic. With the exception of when I cure wounds. But that also started happening when these showed up in my eyes, so that seems like it might be a bit different. Things are weird, okay? I was a steward on my parent ship, discovered this, learned magic through her, and then became a jeweler because that benefits me fixing this up so that it is a proper representation of her. So if you want to know why I'm always working on this, is because as nice as it looks now, it's nowhere a tenth of as beautiful as it could be. That's why I'm going to keep working on it. So I can shine hard light everywhere I go. And bring joy to the masses.
So if you've never seen an example of it, though, how do you know when it's done?
She showed me. It popped up in here.
Alright.
Look, I don't understand how gods work. Sleep fart.
I just stand up in the middle of this very, very serious moment.
Thought you were asleep.
I'm gonna piss. And I'll walk right out the tent.
Okay, he's handling his business. But,
Hey.
but
Have we handled this one, though? Have we handled this business to satisfaction?
not 100% satisfaction, but it would do for now. At least for my taste.
All right.
I just feel like maybe maybe she's got some other acolytes or something somewhere, some priests or something who can maybe help you with it so it'd be done sooner.
I haven't found any.
Have you even asked her? Like, I mean, if you don't even know where she's from, maybe she wants to get back to her original place.
Maybe. But main thing is I've been told, get this fixed, get it shiny. I mean, I've heard of other deities that only have one priest because they've been forgotten about.
Fair.
I mean, that...
To be honest, I once heard that there's this one really big crab somewhere that has a whole bunch of treasure on its back. And it is a lord of bards and music. And if you travel to its land and give it an offering, it will give you a lovely song. Or it might eat you. I've heard it both ways.
I mean, that... Wasn't it something was like beneath the ocean or something like that?
No, that's... Maybe. I think... Maybe. I don't know.
But regardless, that... You know, that I can always tell whenever that a student is trying to... Oh, how did the kids say it? Bullshitting me. Somewhat. But I will just keep that in my back pocket. Good night, Fil'verl.
Good night.
So sauce.
We'll walk in around that moment. Just keep shit in your pocket. That's weird.
Go lay it down, honey.
I'm laying down.
That going to
Kind of curl up in a ball.
The last little bit of dust in the pillow shoots up.
going to pretend to go to sleep, but going to basically channel my sight into Zorina.
Nice.
I'm gonna polish the lantern. That's what Phil's gonna do for the next little while, and then trance.
Is that what they call it these days?
Yeah, just sitting there.
Gotta get real shiny. Gotta get real shiny.
Then after about
Okay, I'm putting a rule right now. Don't let me go back on this. I cannot give inspiration for masturbatory references.
we're not going to let
I wasn't looking for it.
that.
I'm stating it right now.
After that, if it's just all of that nonsense going on, it is probably that Zarina will probably fall asleep, and then Zhonya's starting to go to sleep.
Literally nothing's happening, so you're just gonna pass off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a good night's sleep in at least 2 days, and the past 2 days have felt like 2 weeks, so I'm very happy that I got drunk and I'm not standing watch.
Well, the night goes by. I would like each of you to roll me a D100, please.
D100.
I'm used to set.
Oh, I was excited for a second, then I realized where that 0 was.
You don't need to roll for Tal'gor because Tal'gor's not
Right.
here.
Okay. 27.
Okay.
Suck it, I got a 35.
Okay.
Jesus, I got a 49.
Oh!
Under par. We're all
Like, I'm sitting here like, woo, that was so close, but damn, I hope somebody rolls above 50. Nope.
Alright.
We are robbed blind in our sleep. We wake up naked.
Erebos is still awake keeping watch, guys. Come on.
Erebos is just sitting there naked. I don't know how they did it. I blinked.
Honestly, I'm just impressed.
Not even
I'd be more
mad.
impressed.
Wow.
Anyway.
Alright. You finish chewing this peanut butter again. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
While you're tranced out, you feel it's almost like it's not a full dream sequence or a full consciousness.
Kind of a lucid.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lucid dreaming situation. And it's definitely, it's coming from outside of you. But it's not a, you know going into it that it's not a hostile thing. And you get a vibe that this is just something that, it's another story that needs to be heard. To a certain extent. For lack of a better way to explain it. And as your own memories are playing in front of your eyes, they shift, they morph, and this other memory that's not yours plays for you. And what you see, it's like you're back in the astral sea, but you're not on a ship, you're not on anything, you're floating between the stars.
There's going to be an immediate thought of panic because this is like worst case scenario on a spelljammer at any point is being thrown and then floating through the astral sea.
And this is how you know that this is, like I said, this is coming from outside of you. You're experiencing another being's version of events, another being's memories. Because while you're out here floating among the stars, between the stars, you feel at home. And you also feel far more like presence of yourself than a body. It almost feels like you're dissoluted, non-corporeal. And as you're there between the stars, some of the stars start to kind of coalesce in the distance. And they start to form a shape that actual Fil'verl recognizes as a dragon. And this dragon made of starlight starts, for lack of a better term, swimming through the sky. And as you watch, she forms a nest among the stars. She forms it out of bits of starlight and passing dust drifting on the cosmic breezes. And in this nest, she makes lots of little things that then move around on their own. She makes things that grow from these woven strands. And over time, there's too many of them to fit in the bowl of this nest. So she scoops them all up in one paw, turns the nest over, and sets them down. And now they're roaming all over the upturned shell of the nest. And it's at this point that you want to know more. You pull yourself into a shape similar to hers, but where she is long and slender and sinuous and swims among the stars, you are more of a
Junk.
you make a shape that fits you more.
Don't. Oh God. Kairos was a chongus.
You make a shape that fits you more, a deeper chest, and more of a shape that can stand on its own. And you approach the dragon maid of starlight and dance with her. And the dream fades.
Phil's just gonna blink a couple times, pop his neck, like, because I know Erebos is not asleep. That's weird. That was weird.
You talking to me?
You're the only other one up.
What's weird?
I had a vision, because I don't really sleep. You know, I try.
About it.
You know, you don't do anything like that. I sit here and go om for about 4 hours and call it good. But no. I think the church might not be 100% correct about where Kairos came from. I don't think she made him.
Really?
Yeah, and just describe the dream. I think she's just light and he's void. Which would make sense with the way they say that, like, those two balanced each other. Right?
Yeah. Should also make sense if there's a lot of imbalance. Maybe it all started because
Because if
they
she
put him
didn't,
away.
if she didn't create him to be her consort, the one that takes care of the weird incest thing, I was going to try to not say to anybody about the religion if she created her own husband. Because that's weird. But if she didn't create him, and then they sealed him away, yeah, that would kind of do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But making sure that no one is absconded.
It's still there.
All right. Still there. Good. So, that's weird. Why did he send it to me? I'm not the one that carried his stone. You think that... Look over at Arten. Oh, there'd be no way he'd be able to tell us, would he? If he had a vision.
He's asleep.
Right, but I'm just saying... No, I'm saying, if he had this vision and then woke up hungover, I don't think we'd believe it.
Well, and you were the one who looked in the rock first, though.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
snore.
I really don't want one of these things to... Phil's gonna look up and then look down. Y'all can leave me alone. Just... No. Ah, shit. They're not gonna listen. They never listen.
Never listen.
They always want, I want more sour cream on my potato.
All the gods are Karen's TM.
This margarita doesn't have enough ice. Now it has too much ice.
Good God.
Lordy.
You scuffed my luggage. No, I'm not tipping you. You made an elephant, not a swan, with my towel. I don't even know. Phil just proceeds to complain about working on his parents' ship for a moment. He goes, "Oh, is this where the gods like you are, where you're from, are like?"
It was the Astro Carnival cruise.
No, really, no. They more just do their own thing. Till somebody steps on toes.
I worked in the vacation industry for these assholes.
Sounds like the worst. Absolute worst. Like,
Arten,
uh-huh.
while you're drunk sleeping it off, you have a dream about, it's almost like you're reliving a kitten memory.
Kitten.
You're chasing dragonflies in the tall grass.
Sounds right. Okay.
And because drunk brain still doesn't know how to control motor movements even when sleeping, you keep tumbling head over heels in the grass.
I was little. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Dude, you're so drunk that you're drunk in your childhood memories.
Shut up. You're just mad because I get laid from time to time.
Zhonya. Mm-hmm. You won't really remember, like consciously remember your dreams, but in the morning, you will wake up and a few more things feel like they've fallen into place. Whatever memories you want to claim as solidified now, you're remembering a few more things.
Okay.
The good rest will do you good.
Alright.
Kind of thing. And so in the morning, daylight comes, birds start twittering in the sky overhead.
Shut up!
Visera comes by, really before the sun's all the way up. And she's carrying a tray that has a bunch of flatbread, and some like half crystallized honey. What appears to be, it's essentially oatmeal, but not of oats. It's another grain, like a hot grain cereal.
Quinoa meal.
Think more like barley.
Oh.
Barley meal.
It's just uncooked bread, so it's going to be delicious.
And brings the tray in, kind of sets it on the table, and says, "How'd you all sleep? Good?
Sleep was...
Yeah, I don't know, I heard it too."
Alright. It wasn't me.
It was outside.
Sleep good?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did you sleep okay? You seemed like you were having a good time last night.
I slept, yes. I had a good time. Just gonna... What was there, like, water or something?
Water and goat's milk.
Water and goat's milk. Water.
Again, been told to kind of just help you with whatever you need help with, or even if that's just, leave you alone, I can do that too.
No.
Follow your
Your
lead
company is
situation.
fine. Your company's fine. Shower situation?
Baths.
A bath.
Baths baths. Yes, baths can be done. I can have a tub brought by, and we can set up, little curtains, and we will ask you not to take a dip in the river. It's rather, fast and cold. You get swept downstream, and then we'd have to send somebody to come and get you, and it's just okay. But we'll prep a bath situation for you.
Tal'gor's already gone. He just jumps in like it's a freaking water slide.
Fast and cold, exactly what I wanted. Let's do this.
He's a cold-blooded.
Yeah, that would go. He jumps in. He's like, ah!
Except, I imagine Tal'gor more sunning on a big rock by the river than just laying out on a rock.
Didn't Tal'gor say he took sand baths? Is that what Nate said? No, he's more like an aqua or.
Yeah, he's like a marine iguana.
Iguana. Have a big thing of bread, honey, a little spacey at the moment, trying to piece it all together.
I'm gonna prestidigitate the bread that tastes buttered. I'm not gonna say it to you. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay.
Make the water, also second effect, make the water taste like coffee.
Are you okay?
Did I sing?
Yes, you did sing. It was a lovely shanty.
Verbose leans against your shoulder. It was very nice.
It was a very basso rumble that you let out. It was melodic.
I mean, that you had the crowd going.
They were yelling encore.
Why does water taste weird?
Looks like water. Maybe it's the hair of the dog.
Tastes like
that dog.
dirt. Just.
I could go get more. Fresh, maybe?
Sure.
I could get you some mint leaves for you.
Thank you.
She leaves to go fetch.
Gonna prestidigitate the water again.
Oh god. You're so mean.
To taste like orange juice.
Wow. Oh.
It's gonna take her a couple of minutes to get the stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying his water, seeing if he.
Oh no.
Like, I'm still drinking the water, and I was like, now it's citrus. What is wrong with this?
Wait a minute.
It's fuck you. Oh my god, I hate you so much. That's not cinnamon. Would you gonna cinnamon in the water?
No, that'd be terrible.
It was terrible the first time.
Everything else.
Cinnamon
The smell of cinnamon is good for
Why'd you make it
sinuses.
taste like dirt?
It was coffee.
What is coffee?
Coffee, noun. It is just ground up cocoa beans used to basically hiding up your endorphins with caffeine. Coffee.
Noun.
Oh my god.
You can have an inspo for that one. That was beautiful.
Oh.
Coffee. Noun.
The more memories she gets back, the more sassy.
So damn beautiful. So damn beautiful.
Now, like, fuck, Arten, what'd you do to this? I don't know.
Thanks, Alexa. Oh my god.
Don't die.
Your name in the former life was Alexa, and then you became Zhonya because it's the other end of the alphabet.
Oh god.
That works.
Suck it happened. It's done. It's done. Okay?
Gonna have to change background.
When you rebooted.
I didn't walk into this life knowing that I'd be shacking up with some bard, and you didn't walk into this life knowing that you were Alexa in a past life. We're both learning stuff. Alright?
To be fair, we don't have a shack.
You're tinting up.
Tinting.
Wow.
Pitching a tent is
Pitching a tent. Verb.
but
To raise raise a long staff underneath the cloth.
Oh my.
There's that wonderful derailing moment.
Okay, so
the railing hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it happened a while back on the
Not yet
road.
again.
yet again. So we were okay. You seem to forget that I have not traveled all of space and time, and I don't know these things. Why would I want my water to taste like dirt? I'm dehydrated from the wine, and I need water to rehydrate.
You know what I just realized? We've got almost every element in the group. We've got time, we've got space, we've got earth, we've got water, we've got blood and fire. We just need air.
Looks at the dog who farts.
I mean,
I look at Phil and, well, he's just a big thing of hot air right there.
I mean that
He's already Spanish though.
Yeah, there's no air in
no,
there's
that
no air in
a blink
space.
dog is more basically with space, but we
And
don't.
if we get an air, if we get someone who is air,
that we
and we combine our powers, do we summon someone greater
like.
that can
isn't
fight
that-
for the world?
Isn't that what we're trying to do?
But I had a thought then that that it was also that the either called the power of love or else something called heart. It was just an old child's.
Oh, no.
child's fable.
Friendship?
No,
Heart-
not
heart
the
had-
power of friendship.
I'm going to be honest. Heart sounds like blood.
That sounds like blood.
I mean, but then
I'll
that
look around fire.
that from this child's
Both.
tale, it was just basically that this apparently that he was a
He doesn't
air
want to be
genasi with green hair, but yet a speck of dirt
genasi.
made him weak all the time.
An air genasi with green hair.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that just
Captain
sounds
Planet.
like you're saying he had allergies. I mean, I've known people with allergies. You get enough dust and they're just done for the day.
I mean,
I'm
I
eating
know
the
Theodore
entire.
was allergic to healing magic. That was weird.
I'm just over here eating like the entire loaf of bread. And it's like,
yeah, that I have heard about that fairy tale a bit.
just
Prestidigitate it. It's just laughing.
Oh man, that I did recover one bit of my useful memory that
About the coffee.
not about the coffee. That I had knew what
Sorry,
coffee
Ben.
was. That basically, if I get a little bit more stronger, I can basically freeze spells.
you can freeze a spell.
Yes, put it up into like a little moat, and then hand it off to you, so that you can possibly have your own little fireball.
Stop. Too much, too early, too much, later.
That we can just use some carbonated water.
No. You're just saying too many big thoughts, and I'm barely awake with a hangover. So just don't bring up new ideas.
Start scratching you between the ears.
Oh, bless you.
So how was your night, Fil'verl?
Had a dream, vision, thing.
Vision thing of
Dude,
what?
I'm literally doing the Rock's eyebrow at you right now.
Is that like?
You had a dream vision thing.
Well, I don't sleep.
Is the tub outside at this point?
They brought the tub, but you can see they're still hauling water.
Okay. I think that a nice soak in the tub would do you well, Arten.
It was like water, remember?
Not the hugest fan, no.
Well, what if we put if I made it smell like eucalyptus? Be soothing for you?
No, lavender is more of a soothing.
No, we've learned lavender wasn't good with him the other day.
Oh, that is true.
Vesera comes back with a fresh pitcher of drinking water and a little sprig of mint.
But I had a...
Thank you.
And takes your mug and tosses the bad water out and pours you some fresh.
Thank you.
Go on.
I think how they think everything was created here is a little...
Oh, you're all doing secret things, and runs away.
What the fuck?
Mint.
I already have mint. Wait.
And I'm just basically... And now mouthwash.
I was literally shoving the mint into my water.
Oh, is that your phone or my phone?
This is mine.
Did you ever find your phone?
It's probably up in the kitchen.
So,
No.
I think the way they think this water and everything was created isn't correct. They think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't paying attention when the old blind man talked and when some of the other people started saying things.
Definitely wrong.
That, what was her name, Mother Zhonya?
Yes, Mother of
Created her consort? Created Kairos? Didn't someone say that at some point? That she created everything and then made him and took him as consort and then they had kids? Right? I'm not misremembering?
Go on.
So, in the vision, I was space. The space in between the stars. The void. Right? For lack of a better term, the astral sea itself.
How much did you drink last night?
Actually, none, because you kept stealing them.
That sounds right.
Like, I'd go to grab it and you're like, my hand is bigger.
It is bigger.
Yeah, like you just palmed the whole cup. Then you spilled it. Any case. And then all of a sudden I saw a dragon born of starlight. It made a nest.
Okay.
Then there was curiosity. Came in closer and took... She's like all big, long, elegant. Smooth curves. Chunky, hard right angles. Is what was formed. And then started to dance.
Phil, I think you're horny.
No. What I'm thinking is that...
You want
and
to
I
lay
mentioned
with
this
the
to
dragon. You want to lay with the dragon. It's fine.
I mentioned this to you last night. She didn't make him. He is just her counter and balance. She is light. He is the absence of light. He formed himself and joined with her. So he's not part of her that she then made her offspring with. They are two separate things. So I don't know if that's important or not. It's just
That sounds very important.
it's to my, if this vision, one, why are they sharing it with me? You had the rock. You're trying to fix his broken heart.
I thought it was maybe because he's the one that talked to the guy down below first. Through the rock.
It's got a good point.
It might be, but I don't want it. I'm already one prophet.
Well, you're a prophet now.
No, I don't know.
Prophet.
About this point, another one of the individuals will kind of peek around y'all's tent wall. Bath is heated up, and we've got some curtains up. If you need the water changed out, we'll have somebody kind of a couple of tents away. Just hold it. We'll take care of that for you.
Thank you.
And they all kind of walk off.
So, you take baths,
Yes.
which are made of fire. Doesn't it put your hair out?
No, it doesn't. It just basically just mutes it a little bit.
Means the rest of us would have a hot bath if we went later after.
It's already hot.
What do you mean? I can remake it hot?
I just figured you being in it heated it up.
No, I mean that I don't. I mean I don't want to evaporate all the water.
I'm not the bath expert, but I would assume that the purpose of a bath would be to get clean, and therefore you'd want to switch out water between people.
Yeah, I mean that.
Alright, but also look at the tub.
We see tub.
Yeah. You think that unless someone's just extremely wealthy, that water's not going to get changed out
They just filled it.
after each person.
There's a whole river.
But they said not to go into the river.
Alright. Is it just one big tub with, or is there a couple smaller tubs?
It's like a large copper tub.
All right, that has just partition curtains around it, like over it or just around it.
It's a whole circle.
Yeah, like circle curtains.
Okay, I'm just making sure this isn't like it's not like the tarps hung on lines.
That you know, I can just
so that
be
someone
quick
can be on
about
one
it.
side and one other side.
It's curtaining it off for privacy.
Okay, making sure it's not like they expect us all to get in there. There's just curtains blocking us from seeing. We ain't doing no mighty night
That you
shit
know.
here.
I had envisioned
I
the same
can
thing that
just
you
be-
had. I was like, I don't know where you're going.
It's a normal single person copper tub, and it's got.
Think about the Witcher sitting up inside one of the tubs from the show. That's the best thing I can come up with right now. I'm sorry.
You remember Stardust, the movie?
Yeah, I tactically acquired that movie.
That tub, the tub that you said.
I get what everybody's saying. My brain went. We put up curtains like they expected someone to be on one side and someone to be on the other, and I'm like,
Okay, you're in a tent.
I get it.
In a
100%.
Bedouin style environment, and so the tub is outside the tent, which means it's out in the open, and so they put a.
I get that. I understand that now. My brain just for some reason was like we put up curtains, and I'm like,
You were thinking normal.
no. I know curtains are going to go all the way around, but I thought like this was a big tub, not just a single person
You
tub.
thought we were talking about mass showers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
That's where my brain went because
Communal showers.
because I'll be honest, I remember
With the walls that are
summer
on the
trips,
side.
and then you go to get to the shower, and they just have tarps on ropes going across the bathroom.
Y'all
You're
had
like,
tarps? Man, we just had like one square room, 5 drains in the middle, and then shower heads coming from every direction.
I
Like,
never went to summer camp, so I don't know this experience.
No, this was mission trip, so the Christians
never
were like,
went
we
there
don't
either.
want you to sin by looking at anybody else's body while you try to wash the funk off of it.
This was just after swim team and everything. We walk in there. There's the place where we all change, and then there's the shower, which was just that. And every day I'd walk in there, I'd turn every single shower on as hot as it could be, and it's just a big steam room. I was like, I'm gonna take a shower right there, and this whole room's steaming. Y'all don't have to come in here. I'm taking a shower.
Our Girl Scout camp had, it actually had like hard plywood walls between each of the shower stalls, but each shower stall had a changing area out in front, and we had a whole shower buddy system where one person gets changed, gets in the shower, the other person comes in, gets changed, wraps in towel, they switch, comes out, next person comes in, because we had limited water supply. Which was weird as fuck. So
whoever wants to get their bath first, go ahead. I'm gonna be a second.
What do you mean? I have already done it.
Phil's gonna start. You're gonna see something Phil hasn't done. Phil starts to undo all of his hair.
Oh, God.
do you want some help?
If you're dexterous enough to get these braids out.
Close. Do close.
Alright, help.
Starts unbraiding
And
binding.
as everything, you just see motes.
As
of like,
those two are doing their unbraiding his hair, and this one's already taken a bath.
Apparently.
I'm like,
I told you I was done.
maybe a bath will do me good. I haven't been this hungover in years, and I'll actually go and take a bath. I'll hate every bit of it.
I actually just reheat it up to the same temperature it was.
My braids aren't as like intricate as his, and I just pull out one metal thing. No, the metal things hold them there, and then they just shake. They just shake, and it poofs out like a big fro, and then just slink into the tub.
All right, so cute bathing montage. Everybody's clean.
It's
I was just
montage.
gonna say, Phil's hair actually, once it's unbraided, goes down to his knees.
Oh.
And it is.
You got big Merida hair?
Yeah, it is. Alright.
Everyone's just casually petting it.
You need, let me guess, that you must need some help speeding up the process of rebraiding them.
No, I got that.
Okay.
That I should take joy in
I
that.
get out of the bath. I have a towel around my waist, and another little towel like this, and I do a quick shake, and the scene of the beast when he gets out of the
Yeah.
that
Erbo starts digging around and his quiver comes out with 2 brushes.
Come on. We'll go back to our little corner of the tent.
Cue the boyfriends. Anyway, so, is there anything else that you all want to figure out, check on, do?
Not necessarily.
Not really.
Okay.
Because
Jump in the river, but I don't think that's a good idea.
you just got a bath. You don't need to go get in the river.
It was only because they told me not to that I'm like, maybe I don't want to.
When we come back next time, I'm gonna have to try to get with Nate and see if he could maybe show up a little earlier, have a few solo things for him, and then we'll pick back up with y'all's second day in Cora's Hold. And so homework over this next week is y'all figure out if you have a. Well, let me do this then before we get my brain to actually work here. After y'all are all bathed and everything, so Prince Kalia and the mouthpiece of Loifa will come to your tent. I'm just gonna kind of speed run this a little bit. Basically, they say that Loifa has access to 6 different locations or realms that she believes the other 5 shards might be. And you have your choice basically of where you go to look first. And that she just needs another day to get essentially an escape hatch put together so that you guys can come back when you're done. So the 6 locations are Waterdeep, a realm called Exandria, a land called Ixalan, the Grey Realm of Shadowfell, a land of choices and dangers known as the Feywild, and a demi-plane of the Learned called Strixhaven. Now, being that there are only 5 shards left, it could be in 5 of those 6, or it could be in none of them. But those are the planes that she has access to. The planes and or lands and or realms. So over the next week, if y'all want to use the chat to kind of figure things out and try to determine where you want to try to go first. And then when we get back, we'll finish up Tal'gor's side quest of maybe getting his voice back. And then what I would like is for y'all to have determined beforehand so that I'm prepped for wherever y'all want to go.
Knowing too much about 2 of these, or at least I hope 2 of these are, I already know where I want to go. Now I gotta figure out where Arten wants to go. He wouldn't know nothing.
But essentially the premise being that these shards were broken and spread out other places, or have been traded between other places, not knowing what they were.
Quick question, and it can
Yes.
be something we roll now or later, whatever. With Phil's history of working on his parent ship, would he have heard any of these?
So roll me a history check.
That's going to go great because of that. Oh, actually, I do have a bonus to that.
If you want to just roll Yeah, just roll 1 and we'll see how that goes.
15.
Okay. You definitely know of Waterdeep. And the Feywild, of course. Shadowfell sounds familiar, but you don't know that much about it. You know a little bit about Exandria, but just kind of in passing. It's a weird place that has 2 moons.
Okay. Just wanted to ask, because
Get a random assortment of maybes. Yeah.
Yeah. Role play for later.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else before my brain entirely shuts down? Mm-mm. All right. Cool. Y'all ready to go plane hopping?
Are there going to be pirates?
Depends.
What about?
Depends where you go.
Okay.
You're a horror, my matey. You're a horror.
Why do you want there to be pirates?
Pirates are cool.
Noted.
What about pirate ninjas?
Pirates.
No, these aren't, the ninja plane isn't one of those two. There's...
I mean, there might be pirates. There might be pirates in all of them. You don't know.
I don't know.
Just getting kicked in the face by Joe Axel.
Maybe there's sky pirates in the Feywild, and there's swamp pirates in Strixhaven.
Oh my god. They just pull up on a Piro.
There's raptor pirates in Ixalan.
That your phone right there?
Right behind your head.
Is it behind you?
It was behind me the whole time.
There's something behind me,
Tal'gor
isn't
had
there?
it the whole time.
Tal'gor!
Tal'gor's like, I've been using up your data.
Alright, well, thank y'all for playing. Thank you for putting up with my tired ass.
Thank you for toughing it out.
Thank you.
Thank you for running.
Next week we'll have hopefully a little more capability. Thank y'all for watching. Tears of Kairos is about to go on extended fetch quests. Yay!
Yay!
Do the things.
Okay, so we have a couple things coming up. We're going back into our regular schedule, as far as I know, because we got another game coming back Sunday. We have back another of Ties That Bind Into the Woods. Mm-hmm. So we will resolve all those multiple issues. Figure out if the party trusts each other at this point or not.
No.
Party mom and dad are still at court.
What? What is this?
But so we got that coming back at 5:30 this Sunday. Mm-hmm. We will have, I believe, if Cannon has put the antenna up, he will have internet, and we will be playing Holy Winds Monday. If not, we will be continuing on Lost Seas, both of which are sitting on a cliffhanger at the moment, so either one would be good to come back to. Thursday we'll be back with another episode of Tears of Kairos, and that'll be the regular schedule until the weekend of May 13th, 14th, and 15th, where we will be doing Retribution of the Fallen, a charity stream with all proceeds going to transporting kids with cancer out of the Ukraine to St. Jude's to receive treatment so that they are not fighting 2 wars, and also to get their families out so they are not in a whole country by themselves. So good cause, worth donating to. The donation pledge stuff will be up sometime soon. I gotta get back with Claire with that. So that's what we have coming up. And let's see, we are Team Bonus Action on Facebook, Linktree, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and we're at bonus_team on Twitter. So that's all of our social media stuffs. And since Knox is not here, don't let your meatloaf.
Good night, everybody.
Catchphrase.